explore the world's poorest and dirtiest country, where they eat from trash and seek male clients. What if we told you that Bangladesh, a country of 165 million people, is the poorest and dirtiest country in the world? Yes, you heard it right. Please watch to the end. Last part will shock you, but wait, before we begin, please subscribe to ensure that you never miss out on any of my crucial stuff. Comment, "I subscribe" below, and I will personally welcome you to our community. Let's get started. Bangladesh, a land of vibrant culture and breathtaking landscapes, is also home to a heart-wrenching reality. It is a country where the rich tapestry of life is woven with threads of struggle, hardship, and resilience. The vast majority of its people live in conditions that many of us would find unimaginable. Poverty is not just a word here, it is a harsh reality that is as omnipresent as the very air the people breathe. It seeps into every aspect of life, casting a long, unyielding shadow over the hopes and dreams of millions. It's a battle that they wage every day from dawn till dusk, and often well into the night. And then there is the issue of cleanliness, or rather, the lack of it. Bangladesh is grappling with a waste management crisis of epic proportions. The country produces an estimated 22,000 tons of waste each day, a figure that is projected to double by the end of the decade, yet a staggering 70% of this waste is not collected or properly disposed of. Rivers and canals, once the lifeblood of the land, have now transformed into toxic dump sites. Streets and alleyways are littered with all sorts of refuse, from plastic bags to rotting food. The air, heavy with the stench of decay, is a constant reminder of the country's struggle against the tide of waste. Amidst this grim reality, the people of Bangladesh persist. With hope in their hearts and resilience in their spirit, they face each day, one at a time. They are fighters, survivors, weathering the storm of poverty and the relentless onslaught of waste. In this land of struggle and survival, every day is a fight for the people. Their story, though often unseen, is a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. And it is a story that needs to be told. Imagine being forced into marriage at the tender age of 10 or 12. This is the harsh reality for many young girls in Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, a country with a rich history and vibrant culture, there exists a heartbreaking reality. It's a reality that sees young girls who should be in school, playing and dreaming about their futures, instead being wed before they've even had the chance to fully understand what marriage entails. This is the grim practice of child marriage, a deeply entrenched societal issue that continues to rob young girls of their childhoods. So why does child marriage persist in Bangladesh? The answer, unfortunately, lies in a complex web of factors. Poverty stands as one of the main driving forces behind child marriage. For families struggling to make ends meet, marrying off a daughter can mean one less mouth to feed, a sad reality that underlines the dire economic situation many find themselves in. But it's not just about economics. Societal pressures also play a significant role. In a society where a woman's worth is often measured by her marital status, getting a daughter married at a young age is seen as fulfilling a parental duty. It's a mindset that perpetuates the cycle of child marriage despite the emotional and physical toll it takes on the young girls. The consequences of child marriage are far-reaching and devastating. Girls married off at a young age are more likely to drop out of school, limiting their opportunities for the future. They are also more likely to suffer from health complications related to early pregnancy and childbirth. The psychological impact cannot be underestimated either. These girls are thrust into adult responsibilities before they are emotionally ready, causing untold emotional distress. For these girls, childhood is a luxury they cannot afford. It's a statement that rings painfully true. It's a reminder of the urgent need to address the issue of child marriage in Bangladesh, to give these girls the chance to live their childhood as they should, carefree and full of dreams for the future. In the darker corners of Bangladesh, many women are forced to sell their bodies to feed themselves and their families. This isn't a choice born out of desire or freedom, but rather a harsh reality that stems from dire poverty and desperation. Prostitution in Bangladesh is a grim yet prevalent aspect of everyday life. It's a profession that is often inherited, passed on from generation to generation, like a dark legacy. For many, this grim cycle begins in childhood, with girls as young as 12 being forced into the trade. A lack of education, coupled with societal pressures and economic hardships, leaves them with little choice. Many of these women are victims of human trafficking or have been abandoned by their families, left to fend for themselves in a world that offers them few opportunities. They are trapped in a cycle of poverty and exploitation, with little hope of escape. The societal stigma associated with prostitution is palpable. These women are ostracized and marginalized, condemned to live on the fringes of society. They're seen as tainted, unworthy of respect or compassion. Yet it's important to understand that these women are not the problem. They are victims of a system that has failed them. Prostitution in Bangladesh is illegal, yet it thrives in the shadows, largely due to the absence of viable alternatives for these women. The government's efforts to eradicate the profession have been largely ineffective, leaving these women with no safety nets or legal protections. These women, in their desperation to survive, often face physical and emotional abuse, not only from their clients, but also from law enforcement officials. They live in constant fear. Their lives a daily struggle for survival. In their struggle for survival, these women bear the brunt of society's scorn and neglect. They are the unseen victims of poverty and inequality, their stories often untold and their voices unheard. Yet their resilience and determination to survive in the face of such adversity is a testament to their strength and humanity. Before we continue, can I beg a little favor? If you're liking what you're hearing, show us some love by pressing that like button. And hey, if you want to be in the loop for our fantastic upcoming videos, make sure to press subscribe and ring that bell so you're always in the know. Oh, and one more thing, drop a quick "I subscribe" down in the comments, and I'll make sure to offer you a warm welcome to our amazing family. Alright, enough of that, let's keep the conversation flowing. In the bustling streets of Bangladesh, you'll find people searching through trash for their next meal. A stark reality that's difficult to digest, isn't it? Picture this. The sun has barely risen, but in the alleyways and streets, men, women, and even children are already at work. Their job, scavenging through heaps of rubbish, hoping to find something, anything that can be eaten or sold. This is not a choice, but a desperate act driven by sheer poverty and hunger. Bangladesh, despite its vibrant culture and natural beauty, is marred by a poverty rate that hovers around 20%. That's nearly 1 in 5 people living below the poverty line, with many more teetering on the brink. And when hunger becomes a constant companion, dignity often takes a back seat. So they scour through trash, picking out scraps of food, bits of plastic, anything that might help them make it through another day. But this desperate act comes with its own set of perils. The health risks are numerous and often deadly. Consuming food from the trash can lead to food poisoning, malnutrition, and a host of other health problems. Not to mention the risk of injury from sharp objects hidden in the refuse. Moreover, this practice is a stark reminder of the lack of basic human rights that these individuals face. Every human being has the right to adequate food, health, and dignity. Yet these rights seem like distant luxuries for those who are forced to feed from the trash. It's easy to look away, to ignore the problem, but it's important to remember that these are real people, with hopes, dreams, and aspirations, just like you and me. They deserve better. They deserve a life free from hunger, poverty, and degradation. For many, this is a daily routine, a grim testament to their struggle for survival. Every day they face the same harsh realities, the same desperate choices, and every day they continue to fight, to survive, and to hope for a better future. Because in the end, that's all they have. The struggle for survival and the hope for a better tomorrow. From child marriages, prostitution for survival, to eating from trash, the people of Bangladesh face unimaginable hardships. In the land of the Royal Bengal tiger and the mesmerizing Sundarbans, a tale of struggle and survival unfolds every day. The narrative we've journeyed through today has been one of devastating hardship, but also of remarkable resilience. We've seen the heartbreaking reality of child marriages, a social evil that robs innocent young girls of their childhood and forces them into the adult world far too soon. This practice, rooted in socio-economic complexities and traditional norms, continues to thrive, despite the relentless efforts of many activists and organizations. The story of women resorting to prostitution to survive is another harsh reality of Bangladesh. The societal stigma and the dangers they face daily are beyond the comprehension of many of us. Yet they persist, driven by the primal need to survive and provide for their families. And then, there's the gut-wrenching sight of people scavenging from trash for their next meal. The struggle for basic sustenance, a fundamental human right, is a daily battle for many Bangladeshis. The trash bins and landfills, instead of being symbols of waste and excess, become the unlikely source of life. In summarizing the plight of Bangladesh, it's crucial not to overlook the strength and perseverance of its people. Amidst the despair and the struggle, there's a spirit of resilience that is truly remarkable. They continue to endure, to fight, to hope for a better tomorrow. However, the severity of the situation calls for urgent change. The people of Bangladesh deserve more than just survival. They deserve a life of dignity, safety, and opportunity. It's a call to the global community to stand in solidarity with them, to help them break free from the shackles of poverty and exploitation. The strength and resilience of the Bangladeshi people are commendable, but the question remains: how long will they continue to endure such hardships?